So there are a lot of free-to-play casual players out there that can only play the game 2 to 3 hours per day, or even less sometimes. So I want to go ahead and give you a sort of guideline that you can follow in order of importance of things you want to do when you log into the game in order to progress your character as fast as possible. Now, some of these take longer but are important, so they may be lower on the list, but also some of these are maybe take a little bit of time, but they don't progress your character too much, and those will be later on in the video. That being said, let's jump into the things that you're going to want to do in order to progress your character every single day. First up is going to be miscellaneous stuff. Whenever you log in, this is very small rewards, but it literally takes seconds. You're going to log in, you're going to run around and kill 1 enemy per day to get your first kill of the day reward. You're going to log in, go to the shop, pick up your free daily bundle, and then you're going to go ahead and run over to the Hilts Trader and pick up the daily rare crests and the monthly legendary crests. Now, the monthly legendary crests are very, very good and should be picked up every single time. Now, the rare crests, I wanted to mention it because I do think it's the second best thing to pick up in this store. However, if you're someone like me who is going to be playing for a decent amount of time and will be playing for the foreseeable future, I'm going to wait and hold off for an update or a buff to this because I think the rare crests don't really give you all that much. And you'll be able to spend off your hilt. You'll always run out if you are picking up these rare crests in the limited shop as well as the general shop. So there's not really a rush to spend them. So I would hold off and wait for them. But if you are someone that wants to progress as a free-to-play, this is one of your only ways to go ahead and pick up legendary gems consistently throughout the weeks. But you don't get a lot, so it may be worth just saving them and waiting for a buff. But those are the best ways to go ahead and log on and get some easy first dailies done. Next up on the list, and it is the most important thing to do as a free-to-play player, and that is going to be getting your daily activity rewards done on your battle pass. Now, there's a few things here. Not only do you want to get the daily activity rewards done, that actually literally says daily activity rewards, getting 120 battle pass points, getting your 300 platinum. Really, it's about 500 platinum because one charm is worth about 200 platinum. So about 500 platinum and getting your 100 hilts. You're also going to want to finish off your quests that appear every 3 days and pick up those because those can go over your cap of your battle pass weekly cap points. You're also going to want to just focus a little bit on your daily boosted activities. These are for the people that really don't play all that often, maybe play a few hours a day. It's going to be hard to cap out your battle pass without getting and taking advantage of these 2 times battle pass points. For example, today it's going to be the Bestiary going ahead and doing 2 times points for 2 pages turn-ins, and that's going to give you a little bit of extra boost in terms of capping out your battle pass. Also, some other things that can happen are the dungeons being 2 times boosted or things like that. Definitely want to pay attention to those if you want to be able to cap your battle pass and play casually at the same time. Free-to-play players to get consistent combat rating boosts. Now, depending on who you have in your clan or who's consistently available, this could be a little bit harder. And I'm talking about the Helliquary here. It resets every Monday and Thursday, so it's not technically a daily activity, although if you are a casual player, you're probably going to want to spread it out over a course of a few days, especially since now we have 2 bosses to do and they are in separate resets. In terms of Scoria. So every Monday and Thursday, these 2 bosses will reset, and you're going to go ahead and finish hopefully the highest combat rating one that you can do. You do not want to help out your friends first. You're going to want to finish the higher combat rating one first and then go and help out your friends because you can only get rewards for 1 difficulty per reset. So every Monday and Thursday, you're going to want to mainly spread out. Maybe you do Last on Monday, Vitath on Tuesday, and then whatever further bosses come out later on the other days. But you're going to want to do it to get your Scoria and level up your Helliquary. It is extremely important for you to get consistent combat rating boosts. Every time you level up your Helliquary, it's going to give you an additional 8 combat rating, which is massive, massive upgrades. Now, also on this note, you're also going to want to get your warband together. This is a one-time thing, so this is kind of separate in terms of the daily checklist. But if you can, get your warband raid together to finish off the one-time rewards for every difficulty and boost your combat rating even further. Next one up that you're going to want to do daily is the Ibn 5 Sanctum, or the Legacy of the Horadrim. Now, this is a mini quest that you're going to want to do every single day. If we just go ahead and jump into the Codex, you'll see in the activities, the Legacy of the Horadrim, Every single day this resets, and every single day you can earn some keys. Now, when you run through this dungeon, you can only get 4 keys from the monsters. So as soon as you get those 4 keys, you can run past the rest of the monsters. It takes you about 2 to 3 minutes, and you're only going to want to open the first room. Now, if you have extra keys, you can open up the further rooms. All the key to gem ratios past the first room is exactly the same, except for the last room. The last room actually has even less, unless you're able to open the full room, and then it's the same as all the other chests. It's very silly. So only the first room, and if you have extra keys, you can open up further rooms, but you're going to want to make sure you have those 15 keys in order to open up that first room and get your gems so you can upgrade your Legacy of the Horadrim gems and get some extra stats like damage, like life, and all the other good stuff. Next up, we have normal gems. Now, I would say that this could be higher on the list. However, because we're talking about the casual player, this is something that I'd recommend going ahead and doing after you've done all the things beforehand, because this could take several hours of time if you're a little bit unlucky, but mainly it's probably going to take you about 2 to 3 hours if you are consistently in a group. Now, what am I talking about? Well, you're going to want to jump into a party of 4. Have to be in a party of 4. You cannot do it as a solo player, and you're going to want to go through the open world or run dungeons. You could do either run, because they both count towards the same 12 normal gem cap, and you're going to want to pick up your normal gems off the ground that drop from monsters. Again, both dungeons and open world count towards the same normal gem cap, and so if you are running in a party in either one of those content pieces, getting your 12 per day will be quite simple. There's also another portion of normal gems, and that is hidden layers. Now, hidden layers can be anywhere around open world maps. These are only in the open world, and you're going to want to do 2 per day or 1, depending on what hidden layer you get, because you can only get 6 normal gems per hidden layers per day. And so 2 hidden layers, because each give you 3, or 1 hidden layer with 2 levels will give you the cap every single day. And you're going to want to try to reach this for both, because they're one of the only ways to actually get normal gems in the game as a free-to-play player. Next one up is clan dailies. Now, if you are in my clan, this is number 1 on the list, because we are a competitive clan and we expect people to do their dailies every single day. But if you're a casual player, this matters much less, and really you should only be doing the ones that you think are profitable for your character. Now, some things that I think everyone should be doing is, 1, the contracts per day. You can see I have 5 available. That is because the day reset and I've been stacking them for a few days for myself. The other thing is raiding the vault every single day, the battleground every single day, the assembly every single day, and the shadow wars when they come up. For the shadow clan, if you are an adventurer, you're going to want to do your bounties every day. You're going to want to do your adventure seeker quests. If you are an immortal, you're going to want to do your immortal quests, run and defend the vault and all that good stuff. So depending on what clan you are in, it determines what activities you can do. If you are a casual player and you're in the shadows, which most casual players will be in the shadows at this point, what I recommend doing every single day is going to be doing your assembly for sure. That's going to be 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. server time, wherever that is for you. And then showing up for your shadow wars is actually a good thing, because you will get rewards for them. And doing your contracts actually gives you some really excellent XP. If you can't do the raid the vault, that's not a huge deal, because it doesn't really give you all that much as a player individually. It just progresses your clan more than often. And doing the battlegrounds is really up to you, because that is something that some people enjoy and some people do not. If you're free to play, I imagine you're going to enjoy it much less. So keep that in mind. Next up is going to be Elder Rifts. Now, Elder Rifts has 2 parts to it. 1, you're going to want to go into here and collect your daily rare crest. That is very, very important for you to go ahead and get your basically a consistent Elder Rift rare crest income. The second thing is capping out on your fading ember. Now, technically, this is not necessarily a daily cap, but it's not something that most people, if you are a free-to-play casual player, will be able to do very quickly. So oftentimes you'll have to spread it out over the course of a week. The weekly limit is 200. This is just doing Elder Rifts. This is something that you're going to want to do over the course of a week, because you're going to have to do quite a bit. You can see here, you're going to get 8 fading ember per Elder Rift. So you're going to have to do at least 25 in order for you to go ahead and finish this off. And then the bonus weekly limit is going to be granted when you use a crest in these rifts. So it's very important to either find your whale friends or at least find free-to-play players that have been collecting your rare crests in order for you to cap out on your Fading Ember per week. Also, every day you're going to have the Daedessus Blessing if you happen to have it. Sometimes it swaps between the shadows and sometimes it swaps to the immortals. But doing it 3 times per day will give you an extra 3 aspirant keys to use in the Horadrim. So you're going to want to do that every single day. Next one up is Battlegrounds specifically. Now, I know this was in the clan dailies, but more specifically about daily Battlegrounds is going to be doing your 3 daily challenges. These actually give you a solid amount of XP and some equipment that you will be able to sometimes get legendaries out of. But more than that, it's actually really nice to go ahead and basically collect your Battleground rewards by ranking up here. I haven't really been doing more than my 3 dailies per day. And one of the big things that you're going to get from here is the rewards that you'll get. Because at the end of the season, which will happen at the end of any time someone new becomes immortal, you'll be granted a bunch of reforged stones. And these will be really nice to collect for the future in order for you to re-roll your gear. And you can see the difference between running silver and going to gold or legend is going to be quite significant. Now, this is going to be very, very important that you get as high ranked as you possibly can if you can have the time for this or you enjoy doing it. Now, getting to gold is reasonably achievable as a free-to-play player or even legend here if you play a decent amount of PvP. But if you are a pay-to-win player, or legend should be quite easy just doing your 3 dailies per day. So definitely pick up these because you're going to want to cash in on those reforged stones every single season reset. Next one up is going to be doing your 3 Bestiary turn-ins per day and your zone events per day. Now, this is something that is at near the bottom of the list because it is something that takes a decent amount of time because you actually have to get access to the quests, but you could also do it within the time frame that you're doing your party normal gems, which is open world farming. Now, there are caps to zone events in the game and your monstrous essence. Now, you still get XP after the first 3 turn-ins, but the rewards in terms of loots and stuff will get much lowered after the first 3. So doing 3 monstrous essence turn-ins, which will take you about an hour and a half on average in your open world party farmings, as well as doing the zone events, kill 6 enemies, kill the 20 enemies in the area, or things like that that pop up as you're farming. These will have caps, and you're going to want to do about 5 of them in each category in order to get your enchanted dust per day and all that extra rewards. The rarities and antiquities gambling thing, and this is something that you kind of should do every day if you have the gold to be able to maintain it. However, you most likely will run out of gold faster than you can make it if you're doing 10 of the weapon and 10 of the armor per day. And so it is at the last of the list because you should only do 10 of the weapon and armor per day. So it will probably take you a few days in order for you to basically empty out your entire gold coffer. But if you're grinding a bunch, which necessarily isn't the casual player, but if you are, you can keep up with your daily gambling like myself. I've been doing it pretty regularly every single day, and I've still managed to maintain my gold amount. So if you're playing enough, you could definitely gamble every day in this weapon and armors. But if you're not, just do your 10 of the weapon, 10 of your armor, or whatever one needs the upgrade the most, and then just kind of do it sporadically throughout the week as you get gold in order for you to do this. So there you have it. There's going to be the entire amount of dailies that you'll want to do as you log in per day. Some things are bi-weekly, some things are, weekly resets. So technically, if you do it all in one day, you don't have to log in and worry about that. But some are those daily resets. Regardless, as I've listed them in this video, are things that you should kind of think about when you log in and do the things, as I mentioned, per day. The first few on the list should take you a total of 15 minutes as you log in, getting done with the miscellaneous, the battle pass dailies, and the Helliquary and all that stuff. All that stuff will be very, very quick. And then you'll move on to the party normal gems, which should take the majority of your time, but will also get you through some of the other stuff later on in the list, which will be perfect. So hopefully that helps out and gives you a little bit of structure towards your daily. And hopefully that will progress your free-to-play accounts out there much quicker than if you're running around aimlessly every day. That being said, hopefully you enjoyed, and I will see you for the next one.